Welcome to another episode of the Palace Huddle Podcast. Here are your hosts, Rob Schwartz and Justin Onayemi, two Bears fans who decided talking into a microphone was better than shouting at their television.
What is up, Palace Huddlers? Welcome into episode 42 of the Palace Huddle Podcast. Huddle up! I was a little off on
Thought
that
you
one.
forgot about that part.
I didn't. I did not. I never forget about that. Well, maybe not never, but lately I have not forgotten about it.
Episode 42.
Yeah, I had no clue. You gave me a guy, and I was
the guy.
I was like, really?
Until
I had no idea.
After this season, we don't have to keep talking about him. I believe Sid Luckman was 42. I'd have to go check the last time my DVR when I recorded a Sid Luckman game.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of those on there.
It's kind of grainy, but I think it's 42 he's wearing. Or we could go Jackie Robinson. It was just Jackie Robinson Day in major leagues.
Okay.
Everyone was 42.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they all wore 42, and it was blue, no matter what jersey.
Okay.
But what was weird is, like, when they're showing the guy's stats and everything, they got his name, and you're used to, they kept putting number 42, and it's like, put his real number.
Right.
But whatever. So, Sid Luckman, Jackie Robinson, two greats.
All right.
But I hope pretty soon here, Fields starts shattering all Bears quarterback records, and we can finally move on from our best quarterback played in the, 30s? 40s? I don't know.
30s, I think. Yeah. Oh
Yikes.
Number one is going to be number one eventually.
There you go.
There we go.
Unless he changes to 0. No talk of that, right?
No, there's no zeros. The
Quarterback can't
as-
wear 0?
No, I'm saying as of right now, no one has decided to take the number 0.
I heard Mooney maybe.
As far as I know, that has not happened yet.
Okay. They said the Bears are one of the teams that most needs new numbers because they've retired them.
Yes, that
So.
would make sense. I know some people are saying, why don't we unretire some certain numbers? You know, guys like way back in the day that no one really cares about anymore, and you just put them in like a circle of fame or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
They got to figure something out. So.
Yeah.
All right. So here it is. Mock 4.0. The last one we're going to do.
this is supposed to be the best mock draft that we have,
Let's hope.
right? Like that's the key.
Well-
That's the hope here.
I think we're going into it with the best strategy.
Yes.
Anything can go any way.
Right.
So to quickly review, Mock 1.0, we locked in. We said we're going to take a tackle.
Yes.
And we got a good one.
Yeah.
With Paris Johnson.
I'm excited. Okay, I got to say something, and I brought this up earlier today. I'm not going to say where. And everyone keeps talking about Peter Skoronski and how Peter Skoronski, you know what, he's going to be he'd be like an elite guard, can be an awesome tackle, maybe just an average tackle, but you know if you can't get him to play tackle, you can move him inside and you're fine. You could do the same thing with Paris Johnson. He played a whole season at right guard and played well. No one's like really bringing up the fact that,
It's just the arm thing with Skoronski.
but I get it. Like, but here it is. Like the upside of Paris Johnson at left tackle to me is way greater than Skoronski. I don't see him as a left tackle at all.
Agreed.
I can see him as a right tackle maybe. But if he falters, you could always move him inside too.
True.
So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think
I just don't think it's being talked about enough.
I got you. I mean, I hope that there are several guys that they could go after where there's flexibility. And I hope it doesn't come because they completely fail at the position you tried to draft them at.
Right.
Mock 2.0, we lock. Oh, well, with 1.0, Paris Johnson's a good grab at 9.
Yes.
It's just that then we didn't really trade up and
We were
waited until
reaching.
53. We felt we were
Yeah.
reaching. We kind of did better in the next one because of trading up.
Yes.
But we locked in at 9 on a defensive lineman. We went with Miles
guy.
Murphy.
My guy.
We were
Miles
happy with that
Murphy.
one, too.
I was very happy.
And we traded up to not miss out on center, things like that. So
Yes.
2.0 was a pretty good one. 3.0, best player available.
And it turned out really well.
It did. Well, we were surprised by the player that was available.
Yes. Now we did switch mock simulators, and I do think that played a part in it because we got Joe Tippmann at 71.
Yeah,
And when we were using Pro Football Focus, he was going much higher.
you're right.
I think he's going to end up being somewhere in the middle. Here's the thing. Everyone and their brother, including us, I'm not
I
going
haven't talked to your brother, but
I mean, even my brother, everyone says, well, that guy's not going to fall, or oh, there's no way he's going to be there, or oh, you can't take him that high. Like he'd be there 2 rounds later. No one truly knows,
Right?
And you know this by us, every single ESPN analyst, NFL analyst, CBS analyst, everyone out there. No one gets it 100% right.
Right. And I don't even think we're claiming that we're trying to.
No, we're not.
You got to adjust to what each draft board presents. And the one that actually starts on April 27th is the one that matters, but it's going to go however it goes, and you have to adjust.
And this is going to be our last podcast before the draft because we got to gear up for the draft, which is literally next Thursday.
That's right. So 4.0, the one we're most excited about is, do we go ahead and just reveal what we're doing here with this?
Yeah, I mean, so we made it clear we could not trade the first round pick in the first 3 drafts. Now we get to trade it.
But now I feel we have to trade it. Otherwise, we're just doing one of the other 3.
Sure.
And PFN, we did not like how the trades were working, so we are going to go back to PFF.
So I don't know what's going on with Pro Football Network, but all of a sudden they're like throwing random players in there. We had one where we were just trying to see how it was going to play out. We had one where Dallas was giving us like 4 picks, including Tolbert. It was the weirdest thing. Mike Evans was apparently being offered to us by the...
in case we're not happy with DJ Moore.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine, though? Moore, Evans, Claypool, and Mooney? At that point, you just got to trade Mooney away, right?
Absolutely. So we're not going to go in that fairy tale land, but we are going to be trading pick 9.
Yes.
Because the biggest thing, and especially in 1.0, what we struggled with was that huge gap between 9 and 53. However, if you trade back from 9, the goal would be to get 2 picks between 9 and 53 and really take advantage of that. So that's what we're hoping for. All right, we ready? Back in PFF?
We are back in Pro Football Focus. Panthers are on the clock. And Bryce Young is off the board at number 1. Again, I still think it's going to be CJ Stroud, but that's just my thought. Stroud goes to Houston, which, by the way, there's rumors now Houston is not going to go there, not going with a quarterback, which could be interesting because if a quarterback falls to 3, maybe the Cardinals trade down.
True. But in here, it didn't happen.
No, it was Will Anderson. Anthony Richardson went 4 to the Colts. Jalen Carter went 5 to the Seahawks, which is where I think he'll end up going. Excuse me. My guy, Devin Witherspoon, who's my number 3 prospect, went to the Detroit Lions, which is something I'm going to hate. Will Levis to the Raiders, and Tyree Wilson to the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
So there's plenty of players available. Paris Johnson's available. Skoronski's available. Miles Murphy's available. JSN's available. We're not doing it. We already said we're trading. We have 7 teams interested. Okay? 7 teams.
All right. Who are they? Or do you want to, just quickly rattle them off, but we don't want to go too far down if we can avoid it. So I think you got to pull the tab.
Yep. Right there. It's been a while. Okay, so we have the Pittsburgh Steelers who want to give us picks. Their next pick is 17. We actually have to make the offers here. New York Giants, 25th. Buffalo Bills down to 27. And then now we're out of the first.
Everyone out of the first. We're not going out of the first.
No. So it's going to be Steelers, Giants, Bills.
Now, Steelers is an actual rumor I keep hearing.
Yes.
That they're wanting to trade up. I heard for Jalen Carter, who's not on the board in this particular configuration, but you heard maybe for a tackle.
I heard for an offensive tackle, which all of them are available.
Okay, so the key thing about the Pittsburgh potential, if everyone remembers, they have pick 32, which would have been the Bears' pick had they not done the Claypool trade. We've said it many times on this show. I'll speak for myself, but I think you agree. We're not judging that as a failed trade quite yet.
Not yet.
Let's see what next year looks like. But it would be great to get that pick back. So what if we try to get 17 and 32? So can't do that just for 9, right?
No. So I wrote about this actually at Bear Goggles On, and people are going to disagree with me because I already saw it in the comments, but 17 and 32 is way higher than pick 9 on the draft charts. Okay. I know everyone says, well, you got to pay up. You got to pay up. You want to move up that high, you got to pay up. That's just how it works. No, that's not how it works. Teams use those draft charts for a reason. Now, yes, teams are going to win, and you want to win the trade. The Bears have the leverage. They need to win this trade. However, the difference between these 2 picks for one, it's just too much. So we're going to have to throw something back. In my article, I actually went with 103. It made it almost an even trade. Probably 2 even. So I think
we go 133.
We throw 133. We got 136 there. That keeps our gap.
Yeah,
nice.
That's true. And they might reject it, in which case we go 103.
They might. So we'll see.
Or if you're not obsessed with getting 32, they also have pick 49,
correct,
which is mid-round.
Correct. That's, 4 picks ahead of us at 53.
Right, which is why I prefer to get that 32 if we
can.
Let's go for it. We're
right.
going 17 and 32 for 9 and 133. Come on, cross your fingers. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it long and hard.
And
Boom.
it was accepted.
All right, let's go. We got this.
All right.
All right. So now 17's mid-round rather than 9.
By the way, they traded up for Peter Skoronski.
Interesting. Christian Gonzalez. Wait, can you actually slow it down? I mean, not slow it down, but just pause for a second.
Yes. If I hit the right button.
I don't want to, and now we didn't pause quite fast enough, but it's the Wild Wild West now. We could also trade back up knowing we have 32 if there's a player. But we kind of missed out on a couple here because Paris Johnson's a guy we might have wanted. JSN just went to Houston, so they're pairing him with CJ Stroud. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. So the one guy who I'm still, again, the one knock on PFF is we can't see the board.
Oh, yeah.
But the one guy who on my mind who is still available right now would be Broderick Jones.
Or Miles Murphy.
He
might fall.
Because
we'd love him at 17. Let's just sit and wait because we're happy we got 32. We don't want to give up that to get up again. All right, let's see. 13 is the Jets.
Lucas Van Ness to the Jets.
You can have him. Broderick Jones went to 14.
Miles Murphy
at
to
15.
The Packers.
Oh, boy.
To the Packers.
And then who's 16? I can't see.
Deonte Banks, the big corner.
All right, so now we're up at 17.
So now everyone keeps talking about Darnell Wright. I just don't see it. I'm okay with doing it, but I just don't see it. Darnell Wright does not fit the system to me. He's not fluid enough in his movements to play in a zone scheme. He's built more for a power running team.
All right. Let me ask you something here.
Are you going to say
I see there are 3 trades offered. I just want to know, because if I'm not in love with any of these guys, I want to see what else we can acquire.
I thought you were going to say a name.
Who did you think I was going to say?
Bijan.
Ah.
So we have the Texans at 33, Tennessee at 41, and I am not going to 74.
Nah, I don't like those.
So
okay, so we got to make a pick.
The only one I would consider, but even that's too far down.
That's no first round picks. All right, so we got to take a guy. Cansey's a guy we've discussed, but I'm not really feeling that.
I worry that Cansey doesn't have the length that they're looking for.
Joey Porter Jr., corner out of Penn State.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Is this no man's land?
It is. I kind of wish we traded up and
got
Broderick Jones.
I know.
Or Miles Murphy. To be honest, my top guy on this board probably is Kalijah Cansey. If you want to go offensive line, to me, I have Anton Harrison.
I think we can get an O-line at 32.
Yeah.
All right. Cansey.
I'm not going with Quentin Johnson.
All right. I mean,
not going Dalton
I think we got to go Cansey, man. Unless, do you like Joey Porter Jr.?
Porter. I mean, it's a corner. It's definitely a need.
It is a need. I just don't know.
He's not. They have him ranked 18. I don't have him in my top 25.
All right. Let's go. Man, Bijan Robinson is starting to be tempting.
Is the best player on this board.
He's starting to tempt me right now.
I kind of want to go that way.
Let's do it. Let's get wild, because that 32 is going to be for need.
Yeah.
You were so not into Bijan Robinson, but
we did
at 17 is different.
17.
Yeah, that's different. All right, we're taking Bijan Robinson, surprising ourselves.
I'm looking at the people there.
Hey, you know how badly I wanted Saquon, and now you got Saquon on a rookie deal.
Yes.
Without all the mileage and knee surgeries.
He's not quite as elusive, but
All right, you're gonna have to read to me some of these
So
picks.
Joey Porter's gone. Darnell Wright just went to the Ravens. Osiris Terrence to the Vikings. Brian Branch, I apologize.
Are we still gonna get an O lineman here?
The Vikings are calling me.
Cansey just went at 26. Glad we didn't take him at 17.
Yeah. Dalton Kincaid, Michael Mayer, back-to-back tight ends. Will McDonald is a decent.
You know who we might get at 33 or 32?
Well, my top offensive lineman.
Oh,
who are you thinking?
Adi Tamiwa.
Oh,
All right, let's see though. Can you go back up a little? Just right after our pick, I missed a few of the. So we were 17.
yeah. So Nolan Smith went. He's not a guy that I think fits our system. Quentin Johnson, Jordan Addison,
Okay.
I like, but
All right, so now I think I know what we're going with. Are we gonna go with Harrison?
so Anton Harrison's my top guy here for offensive lineman. Yeah.
Such a key position.
It is. I think you can plug him in at right tackle
Okay.
and you keep moving. But you know,
All right, so after this, our next pick will be 53.
if we wanted to go with defensive line, BJ Ojulari is the other guy that I like here.
Okay. I say we go Harrison, but question. Between 53, 61, and 64, do you package two of those to move up in the 40s? Like, is there any other guy by taking Harrison here who you're like, but I also want this guy and let's move up for him? Because again, we got to look now for PFF. We can't look as it's going.
I mean, any of the centers are still available. I mean,
All right.
as you know, who I'm a big fan of is John Michael Schmitz.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, let's just sit. He'll be gone, I think, by 53 is my guess.
probably.
That's right around where he'll go.
All
All right.
Let's go Harrison.
We're going Harrison. We haven't taken either one of our first two picks in any of the mocks. Okay. Cam Smith. Ringo, sorry.
Yeah, Ringo, Josh Downs, DeJuan Jones, Felix Anuduke Uzuma.
Jack Campbell.
There's BJ.
Ojulari.
Mozzie Smith. It's more of a one tech. We don't need him.
Drew Sanders.
Sanders.
All right.
Jalen
Hyatt.
Hyatt.
Pause for a second.
Pause it.
It's at that was pick 42. So 43 is coming up. We got 53. What would it take to move up here? I'm not saying we do.
We could probably do 43 and 112 for 53 and 103. Just swap.
You want to try it? Or are you happy with we're going to get 3 out of 11 picks coming up here in 10?
I mean, all the centers are still available.
Which means trading up is a little. All right, let's ride it. Let's let it ride.
Maybe if one goes off the board, we consider it.
We can consider it, but it's going to be your guy.
Let's
Cody
put him
Mauch.
out.
Adi Tamiwa to the Falcons at 44.
Oh, hold on. The Packers do not believe in Jordan Love, and they take Hendon Hooker at number 45. All right.
Well, they still have Aaron Rodgers.
Who's that scrub?
All right. 46 is Patriots.
All right,
Seems
we're
like they
gonna
might
let it
take our
go.
guy. Yeah, they're going to take him. Nope. Darnell Wright. I've seen that in a lot of them. Avila to Washington at 47.
Your Gibbs.
Oh,
there he goes. To the Steelers.
Michael Schmidt at 49. Okay.
All right, but we know we're going to be able to get one of the next. I mean, unless there's a run on centers here.
Laporta at 50.
I like Laporta. Keanu Benton, I like him too. Matthew Bergeron, I like
All right,
him as well.
so now we're up 53.
So we have options. We got Thule's available. We wanted to go edge. I know we've gone with him a couple times already.
I think just once.
But we got Luke Weipler available.
Wait, go up to that corner. Tyreek Stevenson.
Yeah.
You're not big on him?
Not high enough on my board.
All right, Tippmann is available.
I would take Julius Brents before I would take him. He's got some size, 6'1" or 6'2".
Okay.
I love Musgrave. I would go Weipler, Musgrave, Brent, Tippmann. Any of those four, I'd be happy with.
All right.
We have what?
53, 61, 64.
Got a pretty big gap before the next one. Not huge.
8
but,
picks.
I mean, for those guys,
Right.
we're not going to
Okay.
probably.
All right. So who do you like the best?
I think you got to lock in a center.
Okay. Is
Right?
it Weipler? Or do you have Tippmann?
I have Tippmann ranked higher.
Okay. Let's go Tippmann.
Unless we want to go corner. I feel like tight end is really deep. So is corner.
I'm not mentioning tight end. Let's go Tippmann here.
All right.
Lock in a center. And then
DJ Turner. I like him too. Cedric Tillman. Wow. He went a little higher than I would have thought. Keon White. Tyreek Stevenson. Luke Musgrave.
1 pick away.
All right. Well,
All right.
the corner that I like is still there.
We also could go edge.
We could also go edge. We haven't taken a D lineman yet, right?
It's an important. Here, can you search by position?
Yeah.
Go edge. I just want to see who is after Thule.
Foskey's available. So in my rankings, I have Thule and Actually, I have Foskey ahead of Thule.
Okay.
What's crazy is how high Carl Brooks is here.
And we got him in the Mr. Irrelevance. Mr. Barely Irrelevant.
I do like KJ Henry,
All right.
and I love Zach Harrison.
And we were also looking at what else was on that board that I was just looking at? Corner. Okay, go ahead and look at corner.
So Julius Brent's the guy I like there with the size. Travius Hodges Tomlinson.
Okay. And then can you
Clark
go
Phillips? That'd be the next guy.
overall big board?
Goodbye. We could go quarterback. That's number one according to PFF right now. Go Tank Dell if we wanted to go wide receiver, but they just signed Dante Pettis today.
Yeah, that's a good call there.
They got 9
All right.
receivers on the board now.
Since you like Foskey better than Thule, and we already took Thule, why don't we go with a corner? We're picking again in 3 picks.
Yeah. I think we go Brent. He's
All right.
got some size.
Julius Brent, is that correct? Out of Kansas State.
Yes.
Okay. Only 2 picks.
There goes Thule.
Oops.
And
All right, now here's a big gap coming up because
Dexter.
we traded 103.
yes, now we're going we
So-
traded 133.
Oh, I'm sorry. So we got 103.
Yes.
But that's still a big gap from 64.
Still a big gap.
All right, so this pick is crucial. We went Bijan Robinson, running back, Harrison, tackle, Tippmann at corner, Julius Brents at corner. Did I say corner for Tippmann? I meant center.
Yeah.
All right, we can go Foskey here.
You know I like my Golden Domers.
All right, so we got a D lineman as well. All right, now a bit of a wait.
Now, do we consider moving up? I don't.
It's hard to know.
I really wish you could see the damn board.
We need to blend that feature of PFNs with
Yes.
PFF's trades.
Yes.
So what would you be trading up for? Just pause and mention it.
Let's see. So there
We've
goes
addressed
Zach
corner,
Harrison.
we've addressed tackle, we've addressed D-line, center, and we surprised ourselves by getting a playmaker on offense.
I surprised myself.
And we're not chasing because, like you said, receiver is no longer something you need to draft
Yeah.
until next year.
But, I mean, Bijan can do it all.
He can. I'm very content with what we have, and I think with picks 103, 136, you can still just find some guys. 148. I mean, yeah. Okay. I say ride it out.
All right. So I recently did an article for Bear Goggles where I projected how many picks I thought they would end up with by the end of the draft. I'm going to talk through this because guys are coming off the board. There goes Luke Weipler at 77.
We messed up in our last one, said they went from 5 to 10. They went from 6 to 11.
6 to 11, yeah. But 5 of those picks came after 200. So, I mean, they were really late picks.
Yeah.
I'm predicting they finish with 13. They have 11 now. What are we at? 12?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, we're at
7,
11
8,
still.
9, 10.
10?
I think.
Maybe they're
We
at.
traded 2 and got 2, right?
I'm sorry, they have 10 picks.
We traded 2, got 2. I'd be fine with 10. That's quite a collection. All right, we're coming up here, 10 picks away. Like you said, I mean, we're not going to read all these names. We'll just, when it comes, oh, wow, Nathaniel Dell. He was one of the top players like 3 picks ago for us. And then after this one, you want to hit speed, increase the speed a little?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 101 and 102 are both the Niners. Wow.
Oh, there goes
Travis Hodges Tomlinson.
Did like Moss.
Okay. We already got a corner. All right. So at pick 103, Garrett Williams, corner out of Syracuse. Nick Herbig, edge rusher from Wisconsin.
I like Isaiah McGuire over him. We don't need any running backs.
No,
we
we
can just
don't.
ignore those.
I mean, an interior D lineman looks good to me right here. And you got Kobe Turner.
Ooh, I like KJ Henry here, actually.
Mm.
Double up on edge rushers. The other guy out of Clemson, not quite as good as Miles Murphy.
Interesting. I wouldn't be opposed. What about, can you look at safety?
Yes.
With address center.
Your guy keeps moving up their boards, though. Juice Scruggs.
He's the Bears guy, from what I hear. We took Tippmann, but maybe they'd be happy dropping down a few rounds and getting Juice Scruggs.
Safety.
Cool name.
Yeah, Ronnie Hickman. Brandon Joseph again. I actually really like Joseph, but I don't know about.
I like Hickman, but
another.
I wouldn't mind an interior D line.
I like Trey Dean too, and Rashad Torrance. There's some guys.
So they're safeties. All right, you like an interior D line as an idea, or even somebody that can play flex and play both. So the guys on the board: Kobe Turner from Wake Forest, Moro Ojomo from Texas.
Yeah, he's a one tech, which we don't really need.
Keandre Coburn.
Another one tech. Probably Kobe Turner is the top guy here.
Okay.
He's also probably more of a one tech. Problem is there's not a lot of 3 techs.
So what's
what they are, they're like tweeners, like Lucas Van Ness, who I think plays better on the interior than the edge. Guys like that.
Go back to the big board.
He does have length, a little bit more length here.
I'm thinking Kobe Turner might be our guy, but can you just, is this the big, no, that's,
no.
Okay. What else could they do here? I don't know, man. I mean, you said Henry.
I mean, out of these guys, the guy that jumps out to me.
Let's go KJ Henry. Let's go KJ Henry. Joseph went pretty early there. Kobe Turner just went 115. Chase Brown. Didn't need him once we got Bajan.
Right.
All right, and here we come up again. And 2 picks. All right, we're back on the clock at 136, and then we got 148.
Is this where we go back to safety now that some of those guys probably came off the board?
Sure.
Just go Hickman.
Still got Hickman as an option. See the best one.
Now that my guy's gone, yeah, probably.
All right, let's go Hickman. Ronnie Hickman. This was 136?
Yes. Yeah. To be honest, I think I'm liking our last draft a little bit more.
The one we did prior?
Yeah, which makes me feel like best player available might be the way to go, which is what I've always said.
Yeah, but then
when
we
it
had to
comes to
trade up.
drafting.
Then we traded up, which is in essence what we did by trading back.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Bijan Robinson's quite a grab, and I wouldn't want to take him at 9. But oh wait, you looking at trades?
Yeah, so the only option here would be going down from 148 to 169. And they don't have anything in the above 200, so I don't like that at
Don't
all.
worry about it. All right, let's see the board. So we've hit every possible position, I feel like.
We need a
Other than receiver, but
go linebacker.
That's true. Tight end.
Go tight end.
We kind of forgot about tight end.
Well, I didn't forget because I guarantee my guy's still there.
From Penn State?
No, from Purdue.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah, Payne
Purdue.
Durham.
I meant Purdue.
Yeah,
Payne Durham.
like, honestly, I would take Payne Durham right now because that's just
all right. Let's see, 148. Then we don't pick again until 218. So if we want him, we should take him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
Payne Durham. Reach.
I didn't know Grant was in this draft.
All right. So now we got 2 picks left, 218, 258. You want to grab a quarterback in one of them?
Yeah, I'm definitely in on taking a late quarterback. I don't care that they have Nathan Peterman. He is not a guy that I think moves the needle. Like, you take a guy and you see which one works out the best, and that's who's the practice squad guy.
I mean, that
Peterman knows the system, I guess, because he was here last year.
Yeah, but I feel like youth is worth more than
I agree.
A veteran who's not really. I mean, if you're ever putting him in a game, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
So. Whereas if you get a young guy, you're developing him for the future. He could be your backup of the future. So, all right, here we go. 218 coming up here. We just sped it up a bit.
All right.
And we've covered it all, unless one thing I thought of here is an interior lineman who's not a center, but that would just more be if that happens to be a guy on the board that fits that description.
That's a big boy.
And then, I mean, this is also the part of the draft. I hope the Bears don't take this advice, but you could just look for the coolest name. I've seen some good ones.
Shamari? That's kind of a cool name. I don't know if it's the coolest.
Well, we could take our quarterback here. Who are quarterbacks? Can you sort by just quarterback?
Yeah. There's plenty available. Stetson Bennett is available. Jake Hayner's available. Max Duggan's available. Oh, there's actually not.
Oh, your guy is gone? Malik Cunningham?
My guy is gone. Both my guys are gone. Cunningham and Dorius.
Oh, yeah, from UCLA?
Yeah.
All right, with this group right here, I would go – I have one in mind. I wonder if it's the same as you.
I mean, to me, the guy who I would take just because I think he might have more upside is probably Jake Hayner.
Okay, I was going to say Stetson Bennett.
I mean, I'm fine with either. I like Max Duggan, too. These are all just like dart throws.
Who you want? I mean,
let's get the champion.
I was going to say, you do it at Georgia. To me, that's something.
Let's get the
going up against NFL defenses in the SEC. All right, and we're going to have Mr. Irrelevance, slightly more relevant counterpart at 258. Coolest name available. I forgot to write in our Stetson Bennett pick.
I don't know how you could forget that.
I know. Bringing in winners, baby. All right, 258. How is Quindell Johnson still there?
I don't know.
I mean, Troy Brown. Is that any relation to Troy Brown? Doesn't say junior or anything.
No. I'm just looking for a cool name now because you got me hooked on this.
Although we do get graded, so
yeah. Let's see. You go Jake Witt.
I don't know, man. Anyone offering a trade?
No, there is zero.
All right.
Houston does not want to trade up.
Go back to this one. I mean, do you just take Quindell Johnson?
Yeah, we just take Quindell Johnson.
All right. Just take Quindell Johnson. And then a bunch of undrafted free agents. That should inflate our grade anyway. Getting him with pick 258. What do you think? A-?
I think it's going to be, probably an A-.
Oh, is that B? Oh, the trade. Oh, they did not like Bijan Robinson.
They did not like our Bijan Robinson.
Or Payne Durham.
It's just a straight A.
Straight A. Starting with a D, though, for Bijan Robinson. That's interesting.
So here's what I'm taking from this. I'm taking it as 17 might be too far to move down. We don't know that the draft is going to obviously go this same route, but out of the three guys, and we went Bijan, which was a mind-boggling thing for me. Like I am like hardcore. Do not take a running back in the first round. And what did we do? We took a running back in the first round. But he was the best player available.
He was the best player available
by far.
So if you traded 17,
don't tell me Darnell Wright. Don't tell me Darnell Wright. He's not built for this system, guys. He's not, and I don't. Too many people are saying he is, and he's not. I watch his film; it's just not there. When he moves, he looks like his legs. He's almost like a statue trying to move. It's bad. Now, when he just like is at the right tackle spot and he's just moving out to the right, I mean, it's not bad. But he's just not fluid enough for me.
And the Bears like guys that can move, I feel like.
Yeah,
so if you look at the trade from 9 back to 17, you're dropping 8 spots.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be too much.
But, well, here's what I was saying, though. But from 53 up to 32, you're coming up 20 spots.
That's true.
That was crucial.
That's true.
Because Harrison, I feel, is a really good player to put in at your right tackle.
Yeah.
And you got him with your second pick. It's like a bonus.
That's true.
So that's why we were able to risk taking Bijan Robinson. But in reality, you move back those 8. You've gotten pick 32. You have those 3 picks we talked about, 53, 61, 64. You could watch the board very closely if you have your eye on 1 or 2 guys and trade back up to like 13 or something.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean, when I look at this,
who would we have done that for? Maybe JSN. I mean, they signed Pettis, but that doesn't mean you're not gonna.
No. Yeah. I mean,
take a shot on JSN if he's there.
I would have loved to see Broderick Jones fall. I would have loved to see Miles Murphy fall. I do worry.
Went to the Packers.
I know. I do worry that we didn't get enough help on the defensive line, but we did get Isaiah Foskey and we did go KJ Henry. We went back-to-back edge rushers. So I don't hate it. Let's look at it this way. Bijan Robinson is a stud, right? I mean, a straight-up stud. Imagine him and Justin Fields in the backfield.
And Herbert still has a 1-2. You know what I mean?
Right. And then you still have DJ Moore, Chase Lee. That offense has got some weapons. Now you got Anton Harrison, who you're going to hope is your plug-and-play right tackle.
Keep Braxton Jones at left tackle, where he played very well as a rookie.
If anything worse, you have Anton Harrison. If he can't plug and play at right tackle, he's at best, or I mean at worst, just competition for, maybe Alex Leatherwood does prove himself.
Exactly.
You got a guy in Joe Tippmann who's going to compete right away at center. If they like what they see, they could even move on from Cody Whitehair.
Move on from Whitehair, take some of that money, get some D linemen, which you feel we didn't address enough here.
Right.
There's options.
I'm pretty sure Yannick's still available.
He is. See, I know there's like a second wave and even a third wave of free agency.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still guys available. They can still make some moves. So I actually like this draft. I really like Bijan Robinson. I don't know where the right place to take him is, but I know if you don't take him at a certain point, you're just going to miss. you're going to miss out on him. So here, that 17 did feel like a bonus pick because there was no one else in that spot that we felt like, oh, you need to get this guy.
Right.
Because honestly, if we had not taken Robinson, would you have possibly taken Harrison? And we got him 15 picks later.
I mean,
if you're going off of need, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I like him more than Darnell Wright.
Okay, so
at least for this system.
But John Robinson was a bonus.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. I'm surprised at myself.
All right, well, we don't know what our mock 3.0 would have gotten as a grade because we used PFN and we didn't get a grade.
Right.
You think that one was slightly better. We'll let our viewers and listeners vote on that or decide themselves. But the only one that matters is on April 27th when this thing gets real. So we'll have to see. You and I, we don't know if we're going to do a day one breakdown, wait till the whole thing is over. But
yeah, we're still working out that scheduling thing. I will say I'm going to attempt to do a best guess mock draft at Bear Goggles on prior to the draft and try to guess
what they'll pick and
what they're actually going to do.
All right. Best luck to you, man.
I'm going to be happy if I get 2 picks right.
I think if you take all our mocks and combine them into one of all the players we think they're potentially looking at, we might land 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Maybe. We'll have to see. I know GMs like to play it close to the vest. I know they like to put out information that's not information. So yes, for all we know, some of these guys that have visited multiple times and all that, it might just be a smokescreen.
They didn't pick a single player in their top 30 visits last year. So
none of them were good enough at putt-putt.
That's right. Well, they also didn't have a first-round pick, so
that's true. Whole different ball game, which speaks to what you were saying before. You go from 6 picks to 11, but at that point, all you could acquire were those later picks, and they did well with them, I think.
Yeah.
But this is a different ball game. You already traded the number 1 pick to 9, got DJ Moore, got draft capital for next year.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to see the trend of accumulating picks. This is how you actually build through the draft.
It is.
Oh, I think I saw over the last 8 years or 9 years, the number of picks the Bears have had in the top, like, I don't know what number they cut off at, like 150.
It was 150.
150 is the same as how many they have this year in the 150.
It's insane.
And you're looking at 6 years or something, or 6 to 8 years, I want to say. But that's what happened. You traded for Trubisky, you give away draft capital.
You traded 2 first-round picks to
get Khalil Mack.
You traded 2 first-round picks to get Justin Fields. So, I mean, in that sense, you swapped, so you still got.
Right. So it'll be interesting. I mean, we know they need to build, and this is their opportunity. So hopefully they take a little bit from Mach 4.0, a little bit from Mach 3.0.
Yeah. And
land a pretty solid draft. All right, man. I don't know when we'll go again, but I'm excited. Bear down.
Bear down. Can never find my cursor.